The $20 Dream, a motivational story. At 19 years old, Daniel Carter had just $20 in his pocket and no place to sleep. 10 years later, he had built a company worth millions. But if you asked him what the hardest part of the journey was, he would not talk about money or business or competition. He would talk about the nights when he almost gave up. Daniel grew up in a small town in Kansas, USA. Life there was quiet, almost painfully slow. The streets were narrow, the houses old, and dreams often felt smaller than the town itself. Daniel's father worked long shifts at a gas station. His mother worked at a grocery store, often late into the night. They worked tirelessly, yet money was always tight. Sometimes, Daniel would overhear his parents whispering about unpaid bills when they thought he was asleep. Even as a child, Daniel felt a weight on his shoulders. He made a promise to himself, simple yet powerful. One day, I will change my life. But after high school, reality hit hard. College was too expensive. Job opportunities in the town were limited. Most of his friends were ready to stay there forever. Daniel couldn't accept that. At 19, with a small backpack and only $20 in his pocket, he bought a one-way bus ticket to San Francisco. No job, no connections, no place to stay, just a dream. The first year in the city was brutal. Daniel slept on friends' couches when he could. Other nights, he stayed in cheap hostels. And a few nights, he slept on park benches under the cold stars. He applied for countless jobs, restaurants, retail stores, warehouses. Most never called back. Finally, he landed a job washing dishes at a small restaurant. It barely paid enough to survive. But Daniel had something most people around him didn't. A dream that refused to die. Every night, after exhausting shifts, he opened his old laptop. He explored the world of technology and startups. He was fascinated how ordinary people like Steve Jobs and Larry Page built extraordinary companies. He kept asking himself, how do they do it? How do ordinary people build something that changes the world? So Daniel began teaching himself how to code. The beginning was rough. Programs crashed, ideas failed, websites broke. His first startup collapsed in 3 months. His second idea failed even faster. His third project never even launched. Years passed. Daniel watched friends succeed while he remained stuck, exhausted, and frustrated. One night, at 23, he closed his laptop and whispered quietly, "Maybe I'm just not good enough." For the first time, his dream felt impossible. A few weeks later, something unexpected happened. Daniel attended a small event where entrepreneurs shared their stories. One speaker quoted Steve Jobs, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." Those words stayed in Daniel's mind all night. On his walk home, he realized something powerful. The people who succeed are not those who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to stop trying. That night, he wrote 3 words on a paper and taped it above his desk. Keep going anyway. It became his rule, his anchor, his daily reminder. From that night onward, Daniel worked harder than ever. By day, he washed dishes at the restaurant. By night, he studied coding, marketing, and business. He read about entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Sarah Blakely. He studied how they think, how they solve problems, and how they handle failure. And yes, he failed again, many times. But now, each failure made him stronger, smarter, more determined. By 25, he launched a small online tool to help businesses manage customer orders. At first, almost no one noticed, but Daniel kept improving it, week after week, fixing bugs, adding features, listening to feedback. Slowly, One company started using it, then another, then 10 more. For the first time, Daniel felt something new, momentum, a quiet force telling him he was on the right path. By 29, Daniel's software had grown far beyond anything he imagined. Hundreds of businesses were using it. Then one day, the unbelievable happened. A major tech company reached out, wanting to partner with his platform. Within months, his company exploded in popularity. Thousands of businesses signed up. Investors offered millions. The boy who once slept on park benches now sat in meetings with top investors. One afternoon, Daniel looked at the valuation report. His company was now worth over $10 million. For a moment, he pictured himself at 19, $20 in his pocket, no connections, no place to stay. He smiled, quietly, remembering the journey. Years later, Daniel spoke to a room full of young entrepreneurs. He shared his story, then said softly, "Success doesn't come from one lucky moment. It comes from thousands of small decisions not to quit." The room was silent. Then he added, "When life gets hard, most people stop, but the people who succeed, they keep going. One more day, one more idea, one more attempt." He paused, letting the words sink in. You don't need millions to start. Sometimes, all you need is $20, a dream, and the courage to keep going. Daniel Carter's story is not just a story. It's a powerful reminder for anyone chasing a dream. Dreams are not built by luck. They are built by persistence, by courage, and by refusing to quit, even when the nights feel endless and the obstacles seem impossible. Remember this, every small step matters. Every no you hear, every failure you face is just a part of the journey. Success is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action today, making one more call, writing one more line of code, or trying one more time even when everything seems against you. So if you have a dream, hold on to it, protect it, work for it relentlessly, and always remember, it's not the big leaps that make the difference. It's the small, consistent steps taken every single day that create a life worth living. If Daniel's story inspired you, don't let it stop here. Comment below and share which part of the story spoke to you the most. Subscribe to our channel to see more motivational stories like this. Hit the like button if you believe in dreams and perseverance. Remember, your dream matters, and the world is waiting for your courage, your perseverance, and your story.